What's up, guys? I'm here once again. So today, as the title suggests, today we are gonna look at top 10 worst, not bad, worst president in Africa. So let's get on it without wasting time. Time is precious, right? So number 1 list, number 10 list, we have Zimbabwe. It's giving Zimbabwe. It's giving Zimbabwe. If you don't get it, forget about it. For Zimbabwe is, the president is Emerson Mnangagwa. Yeah, the names is giving Zimbabwe. So the reason why is the worst president is because the abduction of activists. When you speak a lot, you are cut, you are abducted, and the police brutality. The police brutality, and I think it's common in most African countries, this thing. I don't know why. Police brutality, high cost of living, broken promises. The people there, they don't feel like the thing that president is doing is the thing that they promised them, the broken promises. And here in Kenya is also like that right there. And corruption, yeah. So that is the reason. So now on a number 9 list, we have South Sudan, South Sudan, Salva Kiir Mayardist. These names, they are confusing me. So the reason is because civil law and violence. Yeah, but this South Sudan there's so many war. I don't understand. Sometimes this country, in these African countries, I just laugh because why are you fighting, by the way? Why are you fighting? And it's government versus government. Why are they fighting? Because of corruption, the oil money. Yeah, there's so many greed in Africa, by the way. So corruption, the civil war, corruption and theft of public funds, corruption I've mentioned. There's no freedom of speech. Can you imagine that you cannot speak? They don't tolerate that nonsense. And suffering of citizens, poor healthcare. There's no healthcare. There's lack of schools. When there's fighting, what do you expect? And the country is rich in oil. There's so many oil, gold. I don't know why they are poor. I think it's because of the greedy of those stupid people. So on a number 8 list, we have our neighbor here, Uganda. So the president is Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. So the reason why is because is the 8th worst president is because clinging to power, ruled for nearly 40 years. I'm 22 by now. He started ruling when 18 years ago, before I was born. Until today is still ruling. The people of Uganda need to wake up. So election rigging and intimidation. Obvious. He will not accept the free and fair election. And unlawful killings and extrajudicial killings of activists. When you speak a lot, you'll get arrested or you'll die. And the corruption of misusing of public fund and nepotism and family use. Can you imagine? So that you understand that this person promotes nepotism. The commanding of the Ugandan military is his son. Can you imagine that the father is the president and the son is the son is the leader of all the armed forces. It's a very let me shut up. Let me not talk too much. On number 7 list, we have Djibouti. The name here, Djibouti. So the president is Ismail Oha Gule. So why is overstaying in power over 25 years? I think this is a trend in African countries. I think this is way back. Now we are in the modern era. This thing of 25 years, 40 years, what is that now? In the whole 25 years, in 25 years, a person is serving like that. Even now, like me, I'll never get to become a president. Can you imagine that? That is a bit unfair. Or what do you think? Tell me down in the comment below. So, and rigging election and lack of democracy. There's no democracy. Abduction of activists, suppression of the opposition. You know, when there's no opposition, because the opposition, they are suppressed. This guy is beating them. And then the corruption. Obvious, corruption is the order of the day in Africa, in these African countries. Okay, no freedom of speech. You cannot speak. You cannot speak. If you bring your payapa, the government will cut you. So on our number 6 list, we have Eritrea, and the president is Isaias Afwerki. The reason is one-man rule for over 30 years. What is wrong with this country? Over 30 years, one person over 30 years. What? So no constitution or rule of law can change the constitution, and now hear this. The constitution and rule of law can change anytime. Can change anytime depending on the president, yeah. Even if today he's sitting there and then he thinks like, these things should be illegal. But it's illegal. Can you imagine? There's no law. The president is the one dictating law. And the president is above the law. What? Let me laugh, because what is this? How can a person be the top of the law now? The president. Okay. So the reason, and then the other reason is extrajudicial killing and abduction of activists. You know, the reason why is making this law is because he's staying in power. Now when you bring your payapa, you are cut. Proudly, I'm not in those countries. I'm in Kenya, by the way. There's freedom of speech, even though our government is not that bad. So, you went compared Eritrea. Now hear this. You went compare Eritrea system as modern day slavery. Yeah, because it's modern day slavery. Because what do you mean the president is above the law? How? Okay. No free press or freedom of speech. As I've said, if you speak a lot, you are cut or you are sent to heaven. Okay, now on the famous now country here is Congo now. Congo, I don't even have much to say because it's well known, you know. So Congo, the president is Felix Tshisekedi. So why is he the worst president? Widespread corruption. Now this corruption is down on the next level now. It's widespread on the mineral and wealth. Now the Europeans have come, you know, they want the wealth. You know, his corruption is on another level, my friend. You know, the Europeans that come, you know, the Russians come, you know, they grab the one that because they will bring something for the president. You know, he's so stolen election. Yeah, I think that is the reason why he's the worst president, because the people feel like it's not supposed to be there, you know? And extreme poverty despite of wealth of the country, mineral wealth. No, the country, I don't even understand of Congo. You know, this thing that they used to make phone. I don't think it is called, I don't remember the name, but it is found in Congo. The gold, everything, diamond, anything mineral that you can mine it. It is found in Congo, but the country is still poor. So abduction of activists. They have talked about it so many times on African countries, you know. So on our number 4th list, we have Cameroon. The president is Paul Biya. Paul Biya. What a stupid name. So now, why is it the worst president is overlasting in power over 40 years. 40 years. What? And rigging election, corruption, and no press freedom. And also extrajudicial killings. So let's, yeah. Now this is the funny part now. Equatorial Guinea. This person now has taken the corruption, the worst president into the next level now. This person, this Equatorial guy, let me mention his name. Teodoro Obiang Ngemwana Mbasongo. Now this person, why is the worst president is he ruled over 45 years. And extreme corruption, the extreme one now. This is above Congo now. This person, the corruption money buys private jets, buy luxury cars, luxury mansion, and luxury parties. You know, now this person, and he's doing this when the people are still starving. Okay, I'm even wondering, you are starving, you don't have even a job, and now you see a president is cruising with a Ferrari. How in a poor developed country? So now and this one, and the other reason is poverty despite country oil wealth. The country has oil but the president keep it to himself. You know, like he treats it like it is his property. So extrajudicial killings and disappearance of political opposition leaders. Disappearance, like if you are opposition, if you are an opposition leader, you are just like this. You are just you have just disappeared like that. It disappears like that. Can you imagine that? So and fake election, yeah, obviously there's a fake election, because if you want to, if you are saying that the election is gonna be free and fair, why are you taking those? Why are you making them disappear? Those opposition leaders. Okay, now. And now nepotism and family rule. You know, is practicing the nepotism, guys. So on a number second list we have Nigeria, and the president is Bala Ahmed Tinubu. You know, the old guy now. Okay, I think this presidency, I think there's a need of a certain age. When you reach a certain age, please retire now. You are there in the 80s now, you want to be a president. How? You don't even know properly how. And Nigeria, a big country. Okay. The reason is failed to improve the economy. Yeah, he failed to improve the economy, allowed corruption to thrive, did not solve insecurity. There's so much insecurity. Came to power in dispute election. The people in Nigeria say that this person they did not practice fair election. Tell me if there's a Nigerian here. Tell me in the comment below. So and rule with elite interest, not for the rule with elite interest, not for the common citizen, because he has risen everything up, oil, yeah, up now. You know, the people, even normal people, cannot afford a good deal. Just imagine a good meal. So and practices nepotism and political favorism. Yeah, he picks the one that he chose, not the one that is suitable for the job. Can you imagine that? But we are in Africa. So the worst president in Africa is, drum rolls, is Kenya. My own country, by there. So Kenya, the reason why the president is called William Samuel Ruto. So why is he considered worst president in all of Africa? So he raised taxes. He has raised taxes sharply on struggling citizens. You know, the citizens struggling, and still you are raising the taxes. What? Why do that? So failed to reduce cost of living. You know, and when the manifesto is he said that the hustler nation. But if you look at the things that he does, it's not about the hustler. He's raising everything up. So broken promises made by him during campaign. Yeah, you know the Hustler Nation, but it is nothing like that. Allowed police brutality against protesters. You know the protesters. There's so much police brutality. There's so many people who have died in June on last year protest, the June protest, you know. Yeah. And continue the culture of corruption and elite privileges. Yeah. So I don't want to talk more because you know this country now, you don't know. So, but I think this was the thing of the internet, not me. I'm just a content creator. So tell me in the comments, what do you think? What do you think about this country, this continent of Africa? What do you think? And just tell me in the comments if you think it's okay for a person to rule over 40 years. I mean, give somebody a chance. Give like a person like me, a small person, even to rule a country. You know, you don't have to be over like of 80 years like Tinubu, and then you are struggling to go to power. So guys, we have reached at the end of the video. So tell me in the comment below, what do you think? So peace out.